Today I want to talk about something interesting, a manifestation I noticed recently. It's about how our brains store and retrieve information, and why sometimes knowledge we clearly have just doesn't show up when we need it. So here's the situation. When I was young, learning how to write English essays, I was taught a rule. For titles, you should always capitalize the first letter of each word, unless it's a minor article, preposition, or conjunction. And I remembered this rule. Whenever I came across a writing task, I would remember the capitalization rule. I've used it countless times in essays, assignments, and formal writing. I know this rule well. But here's the thing. When I was creating a video and publishing it online, while I was filling in the title for it, I totally forgot about the capitalization rule. I just typed it out, all lowercase, and moved on. I only noticed it later when someone pointed it out. And I thought to myself, wait, I know this rule. Why didn't I use it? It's still a title, just for a video rather than a piece of writing. But the capitalization rule didn't even enter my mind. I wasn't deliberately choosing to ignore it. I wasn't being lazy. I just forgot. It was a retrieval failure. The knowledge existed, but the right cue didn't trigger it. And that's the strange part. I knew I was filling in a title. I knew the rule, but the rule didn't show up. It was like my brain had stored the rule in a specific folder, the essay writing folder, and when I opened the video publishing folder, the rule wasn't there. So I've been thinking about why this happened, and I've come up with a few reasons. First, context-dependent memory. I learned the capitalization rule in the essay writing context, and memory retrieval is highly dependent on cues. The essay environment triggered the rule, but the video publishing environment didn't. Even though both involve titles, my brain didn't see them as the same category. The context was different, so the rule stayed hidden. Second, schema specificity. A schema is a mental framework that organizes knowledge. I built a writing schema that included capitalization rules, grammar rules, formatting rules, everything related to formal writing. But my video publishing schema was separate. It was about technical steps, uploading, thumbnails, tags, descriptions. Literary conventions like capitalization weren't part of that schema. So when I was in video mode, the rule didn't activate because it was stored in a different mental folder. Third, passive encoding. I was told the rule, and I learned it, but I didn't actively practice applying it across diverse contexts. I only used it for essays and formal writing. Passive learning often creates brittle memory links. They work in the original context, but don't transfer well. Active practice, like applying the rule to everything from essays to slides to posters to video titles, would have built a more flexible, generalized memory. Fourth, task framing. When I saw a video title, my brain framed it as a technical label, like a file name or a tag, rather than a literary title. That subtle shift in framing blocked the retrieval of the capitalization rule. I wasn't rejecting the rule. I simply didn't activate it because the mental category felt different. So what do I do about this? I've come up with a few techniques that I am going to try. Technique 1, deliberate generalization. I need to consciously apply the capitalization rule to everything, not just essays, video titles, document names, presentation slides, email subject lines, even notes. Each time I apply it, I'm expanding the context in which the rule lives. Over time, the rule will no longer be tied to just one context. It will become a general rule for all titles. Technique 2, pre-game reminder. Before any task, I can consciously remind myself of the relevant rules. Before I post a video, I can ask, what are the rules for titles? Or, what should I check before I publish? This primes my brain to retrieve the rule before I start typing. It's a simple mental checklist that prevents the retrieval failure from happening. Technique 3, active retrieval practice. Instead of passively knowing the rule, I need to actively practice retrieving it in different contexts. I can create a list of title formats, essays, videos, presentations, articles, and practice applying the rule to each one. This builds a more flexible, generalized memory that works across contexts.